Happy Sunday, world. I'm out here, a little nature walk with Riggy. It's actually a 4-mile hike, but this part of it just happens to be bridged and wooden, so it doesn't look that natural. But as you can see, it is indeed the Florida elements. Absolutely perfect day for it, though. Got back from my trip in Jacksonville, and yeah, I got my buddy up there and we went flying and everything, but now just getting back, exercise every day, so just wanted to get out here and give Riggy something fun to do too, because he was locked up for the night last night. My friend got a new house and there's a strict no dog rule for the time being, so I had to leave Riggy at home. But rest assured, he was well taken care of. So I've only walked this trail one time, but it was maybe a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and weather was similar. It's a little hotter that day, but today's perfect. You get to wear long sleeves and a hat, especially for this like winter, springtime Florida. Yeah, so the cool thing about this actual trail is that there's like 3 or 4 different sections to it. As you can see, this part's pretty heavily wooded, a lot of shade. Yeah, I'm wearing the Morels, not sponsored, but would not be opposed to it. Wearing the Morel trekking shoes. If y'all don't know Harold Balder and Tim K, go watch their videos when they're in the Philippines. It's pretty funny. Tim's an American, but for some reason Harold loves to harass him about his trekking shoes. So I believe these are actually the same as the Tim K trekking shoes. Shout out Tim, expat that lives in the Philippines now. But yeah, so there's like a more open section that comes out up here, which is really cool. But yeah, most people are pretty chill about Rig being off leash, so it's not a big deal. If I run up on somebody, I'll strap the leash on them really quick. But other than that, just out here getting my exercise. Figured I'd bring you guys along with me. There's always these big roots sticking out, these different kinds of trees. It's one thing I love about Florida. You get all kinds of different trees. Obviously you get palm trees, oaks, pines even, and it really depends on which part of the state you're in too. A wild animal. Really depends on what part of the state you're in as well. So here you kind of get a little of everything. But yeah, nothing like the shade of a palm tree. Definitely not very beachy, but pretty cool nonetheless. So I'll catch up with you guys when I pop out into the next section. Ah, yes. As you can see behind me is the wooded part, and boom, quite a change of scenery, right? This area is pretty cool. You guys can see, got the habitat restoration project. So in short, pretty much what they did here is they're trying to recreate the native Florida foliage population, right? So just like the palm trees, the typical Florida stuff, and basically they burned it. I don't know how long ago this was, but yeah, it's burned, and obviously that can help if it's controlled and, you know, kept up. So it's a pretty cool area from where we just were. A lot more open, as you can tell. You can see some egrets and herons over that way. For those of you that are asking what this might be, this is it's in a milk container, but it's water mixed with like a herbal blend for health. It's got all kinds of vitamins and nutrients in it, whatever. So yeah, I like to drink a little bit of it each day. So funny thing about this part right here, on big paths like this, a lot of people will bring their horses out here and be a horse path, which is pretty sweet. And this right here, perfect evidence. Boom. Where that is, horses have been. In the summertime, Florida is known for all kinds of snakes and gators, a lot of reptiles. So I bet this place during the summertime gets a lot of snake traffic. What's the beautiful thing about the wintertime don't really have to worry about that. Now it's approaching March, so things start heating up, both for reptiles and literally the weather, probably like early March, I would say. I mean, it's already 70s, you know, a lot better than most of the rest of the state. Pay attention, Texas. So yeah, that'll probably start rolling. But I mean, taking Riggy out and having him off the leash in a place like this is great. But you really do have to be careful in Florida when you go to places that have like little retention ponds or small little ponds or lakes or anything like that, because there's gators, and I mean, they get big. Now Rig's 100 pounds, but still, I mean, there's some gators that live in Florida that could probably chomp him in 2 bites, so you got to watch out. But with weather like this, and obviously a lack of water, so there's another section after this one that kind of goes back into a little bit more overhang versus just like underbrush. So I'll tune in with y'all when I get back over there, unless we see something cool. Well, Rig sure enough found it. Jeez, Rig sure enough found him the nastiest part of this trail to roll in, and has no problem getting in it, as you can tell. Now, obviously you're supposed to go around, but it's not really how Rig likes to do things. So, yeah. But it's good that there's a little bit of water for him, so it's either that or I gotta carry it. But, you know, like I said, in the summertime, this kind of stuff right here, heaven for reptiles, especially gators. They love this kind of stuff. You'll see them literally just head right there by the log or something like that. So, gotta be careful, but we got the winter pass, so we're good to go. Keep following the trail this way. You can see cars just cut a rut through this path. We also get a lot of hogs too in Florida, so you can tell, like, maybe not so much on this trail, but other trails that I've been on here, a lot of hogs, and they like to do this stuff too, like rutting up the dirt and everything. I'm an animal person, I know a lot, but don't ask me about why they do that. I guess it's just the probably a male territorial thing, putting some sort of pheromones in the ruts that they're digging or whatever. So yeah, hopefully we see a hog though. That'd be cool. Now I don't see an angry one, but they're pretty cool to see. Believe it or not, we have reached the end of that current trail. Now we have the loop trail. So basically we go this way or go this way. I've been down that way last time, but it's a loop either way. So I think we're gonna go this way. Let's go, Riggy. So, yep, let's get it. Go. So literally just walking the loop trail here. I come up on this tree. Look at this thing. Look at how this thing's grown. That's pretty crazy. Literally wiggling. So obviously they grow towards the light, but not sure what made it do this like spiral shape, because you would think it'd just go like that, because you can see some of the other trees just growing that way. So I wonder what made it do this like snake thing. It's pretty cool. What you think, Riggy? He didn't have too much to say. Looks like we had a horse come through here today. See the tracks? The hoof circle. There's some footprints obviously too, but pretty sure it's a horse. You can see how deep it is right here, how deep the track is. I mean, it's nearly all the way up there to my finger. So unless we have a person here walking with circular feet that weighs 1,000 pounds plus, I think it's a horse. So I've always wanted the horse, but if you know anything about horses, expensive, need land, hard to upkeep, lifestyle. Not like okay, so owning Riggy, for example, right? It's more than just like a hobby, right? It's also a lifestyle. But man, if you own horses, dude, your whole everything is basically centered around them. Where you live, how you live, what kind of land you live on, all that stuff. With a dog, I mean, it varies a little bit, right? If you have a small dog, apartments are fine. If you have a bigger dog, you want more space. But for the most part, you can make it work anywhere. So, oh snap. That was cool. Did not know what that was. That kind of freaked me out. Something like big moving right there, but it's just a vulture. That was pretty cool. So this right here is an area that you can tell definitely scorched. Obviously it's burned. All the singeing. Here how dry it is. But as you can see, there's new life that's popped back already. And last time I was here, these shoots, specifically this little group, this shoot right here was probably like the size of this guy right here. And like I said, that was only about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So as you can see, it does actually help. You can see the palms developing right here. Some of the scorchings on the tips here, but that just might be from some of the wind blowing some of the stuff on them. But yeah, looking out there, you can see quite a bit of shades of green mixed in with the burnt, the black. So shows a good sign of life right there. I'm really big on habitat rehabilitation and conserving biomes and all that stuff. So, you know, even though it looks destructive and it looks like it's a something that could be, you know, bad for the environment, so to speak, it's a good thing. So I appreciate them doing that and trying to keep Florida looking like Florida by destroying those non-native plants. Try to put the real ones in. Damn near that Florida sunshine coming down here in God's country. Damn near God's country out here, ain't it? That's right, boys. Believe it or not, I know quite a few people that actually something like that. And would you know it? We are almost right back to the entrance. Just walk back the way we came from, and that's a wrap. Back at the start. Back to the stallion. Had the leash up right here at the end, just because we can get to the parking lot. That, for example, is something he'd love to roll in. Try to keep the car a little clean. But yeah, we're back to the stallion. Great walk, or hike, however you want to put it. About 4 or 5 miles, not too strenuous. Beautiful day for it. You ready to go home? Go. Oh yes. And that, folks, is a wrap. So if you liked it, enjoyed my hike with me, definitely give me a thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And that's it. Me and Riggy signing off. Cheers, world. Well, guys, it was a blast. Beautiful day for hiking. Me and Rig both had fun. Can't wait to do it again. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next time.